The woman in my memory called me 99.
What you saw was a flash of your previous life.
Who was I?
In time, you'll remember.
So what's up, people, and welcome to another episode of Alita Battle Angel YouTuber videos. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these, and the number of Alita Battle Angel videos on YouTube has decreased as we get further and further from the original movie. But there were a few that were still, in my mind, a little bit notable. And so I thought I would give the links to these videos in case you haven't seen them. Now, I know many of you have seen these videos, and I apologize if I do a deja vu. But none of these videos are really well viewed. And so I thought I would bring them up. Now, not all of them are new. A couple of them are quite old. And a couple of them are relatively recent. And so, yeah, I would thought that I would do this once more. Okay, so the reason I put the cutscene of the movie in the beginning of this video is not because of Alita's kata, her martial arts practicing, although I put that in because I always like watching that, but most notably because of this particular scene here. And why I put it in is because the first video that I would like to link to or refer to is a review of the Alita Battle Angel movie by the creator of that mushroom doll that Alita is holding. Now, this is a YouTube channel called Dolls and Daydreams. I'm sorry. And yeah, it's a very interesting channel that talks mostly about making dolls, I guess. But it turns out that her dolls were the ones that were featured in that particular scene of the movie. And we get to see her review and her opinion with regards to how she liked the movie. Now, I'll give a little spoiler. Yes, she liked the movie. But I won't go into any more detail than that. And if you want to go see what this creator has mentioned about this movie, then yeah, please go take a look at it. I'll leave a link to all of the videos that I talk about, as always, in the description section of this video. But I found it to be quite interesting just because of the fact that, yeah, I remember that doll so well from the movie. I'm not exactly sure why, but it was quite memorable. So it was quite interesting to see who the creator was and what she felt about the movie. Okay, so the second video that I would like to talk about is one that's a little bit interesting for me. Mostly because of the fact that this video talks about the theological comparisons of parts of the movie with religion. And why I say it's interesting for me is I am definitely not in tune with theology. However, the reason why I like this video by Illogical Theology is that the gentleman talks more about the very values that you see in the movie. And although Illogical Theology focuses on the movie's comparison to the story of Ezekiel, which I hope I pronounced properly, and I apologize if I did not. A lot of the discussions, as I mentioned, goes to the basic values that one sees. I mean, this is something that I've often talked about myself, and it goes beyond just this particular story in that it talks about the efforts and the trials that Alita goes through and how she's basically reborn again in the very beginning. But as she continues to go through her life, she runs into many challenges, and the important thing is whether she can keep her values, her beliefs, her faith. And so that, of course, is a theme of a lot of not only theology of various religions, but it is also a theme of a lot of philosophy in life values. And so it is always interesting to see it from the different perspectives. And even if you are not a believer of theology, it's always nice to see a video with regards to how the story can be interpreted in the many different ways that people may view it. And if you take an objective view to this particular video, I found this video to be actually quite good, because regardless of the story that may be discussed, the values that is covered by this gentleman I thought was very well discussed. And so yeah, I found this video to be interesting, and I know there is a lot of other people who have compared this movie story with many theological themes. And I apologize, I haven't looked at all of them, but I do find these things to be fascinating, and so I thought I would bring at least this gentleman's video up. And so I'll leave a link to this video as well if you're interested in looking at it. And so we come to the next video, which is by our very own Radio Kaos. And he brought out a video with regards to his request to people to contribute, their information and their knowledge about the movie and the background to the Battle Angel Wiki information site. And the reason I brought this up is because I do know that there are a lot of really, really well-informed people who often comment in my videos. And so I thought many of you would be perfect for the knowledge that you have with regards to the Alita Battle Angel movie. And so I wanted to bring this video up so that you were aware of his request. Now this is a music video. It doesn't have any voice or vocals in it. And it basically shows just how sparse the Battle Angel Wiki is with regards to information about the backgrounds of characters, for example, that come out in the movie rather than the comic. And because of that, even if you didn't read the comic, but if you're really knowledgeable with the movie, especially if you not only watched the movie but also read the various novels, then many of you have a fairly large, information source with regards to many of the characters that come out specifically for the movie. And once again, that is one of the reasons why I brought this up, so that you are aware of his request in case you may be interested in, filling your information and knowledge to the Battle Angel Wiki. So once again, I will leave a link to Radio Kaos's video in the description section. And so this brings us to the last topic that I wanted to talk about, which is a pair of videos this time by a gentleman named Jennings. And this is probably the most random Alita Battle Angel video that I'm talking about here. And it's I call it random because of the fact that rather than talking about the movie or the story or any of that, this gentleman decided that since we are in Halloween, that he will make a jack-o'-lantern Alita. Now, I do have to say, I'm not exactly sure how to talk about the final outcome of the jack-o'-lantern itself, but I do have to say that this gentleman put a tremendous amount of effort in creating this pumpkin Alita. So if you're interested in what a jack-o'-lantern Alita may look like, especially in her motorball outfit, then you may want to take a look at these two videos. One of the videos goes over the very extensive efforts that he did to put this jack-o'-lantern together, and the other talks about the results. And so I'll put a link to both these videos in the description section of this video. And if you're again interested, I know we're past Halloween now, but I found this to be quite curious, and so I thought I would put it in. Okay, well, that's about it for this video. Yeah, sorry for kind of the random nature of these videos. And I know, as mentioned before, that we aren't getting as many uploads of Alita Battle Angel videos anymore. So if I do find any more interesting ones, then I'll continue to make these types of videos, especially if they have low hits. So it may not be as well known to a lot of viewers. Anyway, I'll continue to make more Alita Battle Angel videos in the future. I hope you join me at that time. And until the next episode, happy jack-o'-lantern watching, happy video watching, happy Alita Battle Angel movie watching, and as always, nice day everyone.